This is a fun product called the Desire Discovery Cards. See if we can see them there. And what these are, it's a set of playing card size cards. And there's about, I believe, 54 cards in all. And we use them to help people identify their emotions and desires. And it's amazing, you've probably all coached somebody who has a hard time identifying their desires or can't get in touch with their feelings or just has a hard time sharing them. It's amazing how just having a card in their hand can help. So what you do with these, there's 16 emotion cards and 8 of them are positive. So here's a positive emotion of excitement, and then there's 8 that are sort of corresponding negative cards. So here's one for afraid. And if you'll notice, there's 6 extra words up there in the corner that are extra descriptive words for afraid. In this case, it's wary, stressed, anxious, threatened, terrified, and paralyzed. So they're sort of in ascending order of how fearful I am. But a card like this can help someone who's not really adept at talking about feelings describe what they feel. So often we'll just spread them out on the table and say, in this situation, which card most represents how you feel? And then we'll ask them to pick it up and talk about it. Now, emotions are the gateway to desire. So for instance, here's the desire cards are different on the back. Each set is different on the back, and then this is the desire for belonging. And again, there's 5 parallel words there: acceptance, community, companionship, family, and friendship. But these are core things that people want and long for and that motivate our behavior. And emotions are the gateway to discovering desires. So you can also use these cards to move people down through, I felt such and such in this conflict. What I really wanted in this conflict was peace or justice or whatever. And then once you get to the desire, you can meet Jesus in it, and that produces great change in the way people respond. We also have twisted desire cards. They have 2 images on it, so the desire for justice is there in the middle. And there's 2 ways that I can respond when I can move toward justice, the positive desire, or I can operate in fear of being denied justice, which is the being wrong guy at the top, or I can attempt to control the situation and bring justice on my terms. So the 2 other words are the 2 different ways that the twisted desire comes out, either by grasping after it or by recoiling in fear. And there's one last little set of cards in there, the question cards, and these just have great questions that you can ask people. Like this card is about memory. Where did you learn that? And it's got 4 or 5 additional questions, but this is for helping people tune into their beliefs. So with the cards is a little instruction booklet, and it's got 10 or 11 games in it that you can use, games or activities, either with someone one-on-one or with a group. So for instance, one game is Desires Under Dreams. You have everyone in a group think of a dream, and then they pick a card that represents the desire that dream would fulfill. And those kinds of activities can really take a group to a deep level quickly, because they move from talking about the dream out there to what's the deep thing in my heart that I long for that dream gives me. And there's also things like heroes and heroines, who's a hero in your life, what desire were they functioning out of? Or there's another activity about twisted desires in the movies. So, think of a movie character who is functioning out of fear of rejection or whatever, and then people name examples of it. So it helps them understand the twisted desire concept. So anyway, 54 cards, instruction booklet. This is a great thing for groups to go deeper, and it's a great coaching aid to get people in touch with their emotions and desires. The Desire Discovery cards. Those are from Coach 22.